today's contestants. A law school professor and CPA, originally from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Matt Cavanaugh. A realtor from Chevy Chase, Maryland, Peggy Enright. And our returning champion, a copywriter from San Francisco, California, Paul Persky, whose one-day cash winnings total $11,300. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex.mpg.
Thanks, Don. Thank you all. Interesting and slightly weird game of twists and turns on Jeopardy yesterday, but at the end of the road, Paul is the one who came away with the most money, so he's here today to defend against Peggy and Matt. We're looking for a good contest. Good luck. Here we go. And these are your categories in the first round. Baseball nicknames. That's a good category. Whoops, Mr. October. That's a nickname. The Big Unit. Babe. The Iron Horse. And Say Hey Kid. Hey in quotation marks. Paul, off you go.
Baseball nicknames for 200.
One version of the origin of his nickname is that he'd say hey man, because he couldn't remember names. Peggy?
Who is Willie Mays?
Right.
Baseball nicknames 400, please.
A string of sterling postseason performances earned him the nickname Mr. October. Paul?
Who is Jackson?
Reggie Jackson, yes.
600 baseball nicknames.
He probably preferred the Iron Horse to his earlier nickname, Biscuit Pants. Paul?
Who's Gehrig?
Lou Gehrig, yeah.
800 baseball nicknames.
Known as the Big Unit, he reached 300 wins in 2009 and announced his retirement in 2010. Paul?
Who's Johnson?
Randy Johnson, yes.
Finish the category.
Answer. Daily double. 1800.
How often do you get to say it? I'll make it a true daily double.
I never get to say it. But here's the clue. If this alliterative nickname were literally true, Babe Ruth would have ruled part of northern Pakistan.
What is the Sultan of Swat?
That's right. Did well on that category.
Big Unit for 200.
ADC makes units that handle 460 pounds of this. Not sure how many sheets of bounce you need to add. Peggy.
What is laundry?
Right.
400, the Big Unit, please.
Munaini is a company specializing in wood-fired ovens, including one over 4 feet wide by 6 feet deep, for this food. Paul.
What is pizza?
Yes.
Big Unit 600.
Carrier's Weathermaster HVAC unit with capacity up to 100 tons goes here on a building. Paul.
What is the roof?
Correct.
800 Big Unit.
Monster car audio components from MTX are named for this concrete breaking and eardrum hurting device. Matt.
What is a jackhammer?
Yes.
Iron Horse for 200, please.
Watty Piper penned the tale about this title locomotive who believes, I think I can, I think I can. Paul.
What is the little engine that could?
Right.
Big Unit 1000.
In 1926, the Queen of Romania flipped on the new 100,000 horsepower generator of New York This, now Consolidated This. Paul.
What is Edison?
Yes.
Iron Horse 400.
Later replaced by diesel engines, big boys were among the largest locomotive engines of this type ever built. Matt.
What is steam?
Yes.
Iron Horse for 600.
Built around 1830, this first U.S. locomotive shared its name with a diminutive P.T. Barnum star. Matt?
What's the Little General?
No. Peggy or Paul? What is Tom Thumb? Back to you, though, Matt.
Iron Horse for 800.
The Railroad Museum of this state has a locomotive from the state's Florence and Cripple Creek Railroad. Peggy?
What is Kentucky?
No. Matt?
What is Idaho?
No. Correct response. What is Colorado? Two of you in the red. Matt, you pick.
Iron Horse for 1,000.
Charles Babbage invented this beastly safety device found on the front of locomotives. Matt?
What is a cow pusher?
No. Peggy?
What is a cow catcher?
Cow catcher, yes, not a cow pusher. And you go further into the hole, and you take us to our CPA from Pennsylvania originally, recently quit his job. Why?
Well, my boss would not allow me to bring my dog to work. So that was part of the deal of me taking the job, was that the dog could come, but he barked too much. The dog, not the president of the company.
How big a dog are we talking about here? Normally, when we say he barked too much, it tends to be a smaller dog.
No, about 65 pounds.
Whoa, that's not too small. What breed?
He's actually a Belgian Malinois. He's watching right now.
He is? Oh, of course. So he wants you to do well. Peggy Enright, realtor from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Tell me about your long trip through Canada and how it ended up.
My two good friends from college and me went through to Toronto from our Colgate University and up through Ontario, sightseeing and visiting friends, into Michigan and back a couple times. One of the border guards on one of our return trips into the U.S. did not believe that the three of us were Americans and made us sing the national anthem.
The U.S. national anthem?
Yes, the U.S. national anthem. He
This was in the good
messing
old days
with us a bit
when
before.
you did not need your
Yes.
passport to
Yes.
cross into and back home from Canada. Paul Kursky is our champion. He's from San Francisco. He does a lot of traveling and with a purpose of sorts. Photos. What kind of photos do you take?
I like taking pictures of stop signs in interesting places when I travel.
Well, aren't most stop signs exactly the same no matter where you go? By law,
Sure,
don't
but
they
it's
look...
the scenery around the sign that makes the
Oh,
difference.
so these are wide
Most of
photos.
them, yeah.
Okay. What's the nicest one or the nicest vista you photographed?
My girlfriend and I drove across the country a few months ago, and there was one outside of the Tetons that was really beautiful.
Oh, great background. Okay. Peggy, you have command of the board. You're on the plus side with 600. And you select, please, as we continue.
Let's try Say Hey Kid for 200, please.
1968 Beatles #1 hit. Matt.
What is Hey Jude?
Yeah.
Say Hey for 400.
In a nursery rhyme, it precedes the cat and the fiddle. Peggy.
What is Hey Diddle Diddle?
Yes.
600, Say Hey, please.
It's a stage of youth, vigor, and prosperity. Paul?
What is Heyday?
Correct.
Say Hey 800.
1951 Hank Williams classic with a culinary query in the chorus. That song was called Hey Good Lookin', What You Got Cookin'? How's about cooking something up with me? Paul.
Hey 1000.
Precedes Brune in the name of a pioneering journalist and Hale Brune in the name of his sports writer's son. Matt.
What is Hey Wood?
Haywood, good for you.
Babe for 200.
In 51 BC, she became co-ruler of Egypt after the death of her father, Ptolemy XII. Matt.
Who's Cleopatra?
Correct.
Babe for 400.
She's the World War I spy seen here. Matt.
Who's Matahari?
Yep.
Babe for 600.
Leofric's wife, this Anglo-Saxon woman of the 1000s, took a clothing-optional ride to protest taxes. Matt.
Who's Lady Godiva?
Right.
Babe for 800.
Both Hollywood and real royalty. She's the woman seen here. Paul.
Who's Princess Grace?
Yes.
Babe 1000.
The 11th daughter of Holy Roman Emperor Francis I. She married into French royalty in 1770. Didn't work out well. Matt.
Who's Marie Antoinette?
You got her.
October for 200.
In 2008, October 9th was proclaimed the day of this Nordic man, said to be the first European to reach North America. Paul.
Who's Erickson?
Leif Erikson, correct.
400.
He was 76 when he was elected Pope, October 28th, 1958. Matt.
Who's John the 23rd?
Good for you.
October for 600.
In 1938, Chester Carlson made the first photocopy of the words 102238 Astoria in this New York City borough. Paul.
What is Queens?
Yeah.
800.
The Octobrists were formed in this large country in 1905 and quickly became its majority political group. Paul?
What is Russia?
Yes.
1000.
This controversial military man's brief retirement ended when he was recalled by Israel's army in October of 1973. Matt?
Who's Menachem Begin?
No. Peggy or Paul? He was recalled for the Yom Kippur War. Ariel Sharon. All right. That's it for the Jeopardy round. Peggy, you're going first in Double Jeopardy. We'll set it up.